Well, welcome back, Blade fans. Greetings, and I hope you're having a good day. We have a interesting new design from Wong Designs, a TwoSun knife today, which kind of falls outside the usual. I don't know if there's even a usual for that designer, for Wong. He tends to recently like a lot of upswept Persian style trailing point blades. This one, as you can see, would qualify more as a drop point. And this is the TS386. And look at that other little message to us there. I have not seen a TwoSun knife yet in AUS10. I've seen them in D2. I've seen them in a lot of them in 14C28N, M390, S90V, etc. for the higher end ones, but never AUS10. This is kind of an odd duck in a world of other odd ducks, particularly with TwoSun, which spans the gamut in designs. Probably broader designs than many other companies. Okay, I'm trying to find the words to describe things here, and I'm falling a little short, but you can see some interesting features. Rather than a thumb stud, we have kind of a thumb bar, which is attached with one screw all the way through on both sides. It does create kind of a huge plateau there on the blade. Some may like it, some may not. We have a heavily stone-washed blackened titanium handle. There's two models of this. This one is slightly higher end, and this does come with the carbon fiber insert, kind of an oval, which is interesting. Gives you a little bit extra in the palm there. We have a belt satin finished AUS10 blade with a flat that is also stone-washed and blackened along with the spine. Kind of a worn look to the whole thing. And when we close it up, you're going to find, let me back out a little bit, that it's a front flipper as well as a thumb bar flipper. Detent is not real strong, but you can easily front flip it. I'm getting better at this. And you can relatively easily get your thumb right on the corner of that bar and flip it with your thumb. You can also reverse flick it. Yay! So 3 ways to open this baby. Let's take some measurements so we know what we're dealing with size-wise. Got an overall length of 8.5 inches. And if I go right to the handle, 3 3/4 on the blade with a cutting edge of just about 3 3/4. So not a small knife. And a little more room. We've got, let's see, inches set. So let's take it right to that swell where that insert is, 0.56. And a little less, 0.46 for the general handle width, which is interesting. So that that insert accounts for a fair amount of thickness, but it's not really going to get in your way. Interesting though. Depends upon how you want to judge the thickness of that. Let's take a look at the blade right behind this thumb bar. And we got 3 point, what do we have? 3.2 millimeters. Not particularly thick. And we can zero this out. It's uneven on the table, that's all. Okay. So we've got a weight of 4.66 ounces. And as I say, the steel is AUS10. Something brand new, I feel, for TwoSun. However, you may catch me on that and say you know of another TwoSun knife with AUS10. If you know that, let me know in the comments. A pretty comfortable knife to hold, ergos wise. We got some nice jimping on the liner disengage, and that liner is a hidden liner, which is interesting. Goes underneath the titanium, and we do have a titanium clip. Let's check a few things. Definitely non-magnetic. I think I'm only picking up on screws or something back here. Interesting. Pretty sure it's titanium through and through. Well, obviously I'm picking up on the steel liner there. Okay, so we're going to call it a titanium handled knife with a titanium backspacer and a titanium clip that is, might be, now probably not reversible because it has a asymmetrical shape to it, so it's going to be weird on the other side. But that screw, I don't know if that's inset. Look around the camera to tell you. Yeah, it's probably inset on that side, and I don't see a cutout on the left side of the knife. So we'll say it's right hand only tip up carry. We've got some fine mill work kind of being hidden by the stonewash look of the handle, but it's there. You can see the lines and a pretty nice black carbon fiber. As I say, the ergos are nice. Hold it pretty much any way you want. Plenty of handle. And let's open and close it a few times more. It's pretty smooth, drop shut. Yeah, you got to give it some energy on that thumb stud and a little bit of wrist flick, but it does lock open very solid. It does center. Well, it's a little off, but I did adjust it a few times. I probably got it loosened slightly, and if I were to tighten that pivot back up, that T8, it would probably come home to center there. So that's not a big deal. That's my fault. Again, front flip's probably the best way to do this, but also again, not a real strong detent. It's a definite hard stop. Doesn't shake free. There's no play in that. Sticks out a fair amount, so you've got a good amount of flipper there to work. Let's do a quick compare with another recent design just to show you the scope. This is the 286. So what do we have here? The 386 and the 286, both by Wong. Quite a difference in design, I would say. And what if we bring in Griptilian to the mix? You can see Griptilian's a significantly shorter knife by about an inch. And bet you this is coming up into Rat 1 territory. So, yep, right about the same size as a Rat 1, so a large knife. Closing up that other one there. So that is the TS386 by Wong Designs, a very unusual knife, particularly because of that opening method that he applied. You could take that off pretty easily, I would imagine, and then you would just have kind of a cleaner front flipper. But you know, I like to keep the designs the way that the designer makes them, unless I'm real fond of a knife and want to get it modded. So we'll leave this guy the way it is, the way it came in, and just as a novelty, and certainly a useful thumb opener. And reverse finger flick. But if you did take that off, you would have simply a front flipper. I'm sure it would work well. You have a little hole through the blade there, no doubt, but Maybe I'll take it off and see what's underneath. I'm expecting to see just a straight up old hole, but maybe there's some features underneath there that keep this from swiveling or moving. And if that's the case, then there's going to be a little more cutout work on the blade. All right. Well, there you have the newer design, TS386 by Wong and TwoSun. Hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to give it a like, it's early, and subscribe. I'll be back with you soon.